Exam Mini Video 1, Pedigrees by Brianna Colosi. A pedigree is a diagram used to organize related individuals and phenotypes in order to understand inheritance patterns. Inheritance patterns include X-linked dominant, X-linked recessive, autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, and Y-linked. These are some of the inheritance patterns that we'll be looking at today in our pedigree. This is a pedigree of familial hypertrophic cardiomyopathy in the Corleone family, with the proband of Michael Corleone as indicated by the black arrow. One way to identify the type of inheritance pattern within a pedigree is to pick an inheritance pattern and assign genotypes to the individuals to see if the mode is consistent with the pedigree. For this pedigree, I chose to have a capital letter H to represent the dominant allele and a lowercase h to represent the recessive allele. The first one we will test is Xlinked Dominant. Xlinked Dominant doesn't work because Frito is an effective individual, yet his mother, who is the only one who he can get his X allele from, is homozygous recessive or non-effective. It also doesn't work with Lucy and Sonny, who are both not affected and yet have a child who does have the allele for familial hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. The next trait we will look at is X-linked recessive. As you can see by this picture here with the possible genotypes of the individuals, X-linked recessive is consistent with the pedigree. Next is autosomal dominant. Autosomal dominant isn't consistent with the pedigree because with the pairing of Lucy and Sonny, either one of them is needed to have the dominant trait, and neither one did, which means they couldn't have had an affected son. Same thing with Tom and Teresa. They're both homozygous recessive, but yet they have an affected child that needs to have at least one dominant allele. Then is autosomal recessive, which is consistent with the pedigree. Here are some of the possible genotypes for the individuals. Lastly is Y-linked. Y-linked doesn't work for this pedigree because there are two affected females, Kay and Connie. In order for this pedigree to be Y-linked, all the affected individuals would have to be male because they're the only ones with a Y chromosome. Well, that's all for pedigrees. Thank you.